Everybody, Cahlen here, and I'm here with HyperVegan from the Odyssey blockchain.
Howdy.
And he was driving through and just decided to come and meet up, and I'm really glad he did. So I was checking out his necklace here and his bracelets as well. And this is made out of, the string is made out of yucca, right?
Yep.
So he was telling us about that, and Jesse too, from Zia Permaculture on the permaculture farm I'm on. And he was going to show us, but then Jesse had to go do something, so we decided to make a video about it. So I'm going to show you the plant, and then we're going to go back and he'll show us how to actually make the string. And here is a yucca plant, and this is not the ideal type. Normally you would want some of the really big ones.
Yeah, in the Midwest we have some that are about an inch wide at the base, and they come out to a point, they're not nearly as sharp as this.
Mm-hmm.
Back home they don't make you bleed.
We're both bleeding now.
I learned my lesson here.
Okay, and let's see what you actually harvested from this, and we'll see how well these work.
Yeah, so I just cut it off the base, or close to the base, and I just got a few of them. I think it's, what, 5 or so?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping they have as many threads as they do back home, since at home the threads are kind of, I think it's lateral, but here, well, we'll find out. Okay, so normally at home, I do this really lazy. So what they recommend you do is first you pound it with a hammer, and a hammer, you can find anything laying around, and then you scrape off the green stuff with a scraper. So I've got a few wood chips from here at the farm, which have a nice flat edge, which should work pretty well. But at home, the yucca is already, pretty flat, and it's already pretty loose, and we got plenty of water, so I can't just scrape it and I don't have to hammer, and it works fine. I mean, you can see the necklace and stuff. I cheated with those. But since these are so short and thick, like you can tell there's some almost girth to it this way. I'm thinking I'm going to have to go ahead and pound it. That way it kind of takes the fibers out, and then we'll try scraping it off. So I'll go ahead and get started on one. And you don't have to act like you're a blacksmith trying to, pound iron or something crazy. You just kind of just tap it. So you can see I've started pounding it and it's already fanning out. And you can see all the threads. And this has a lot more than I expected. It's actually really nice. So I started pounding from the top. I'm going to go ahead and pound from the bottom too. That way it just kind of helps break up that plant material. And then once that's done, you just scrape off the green. And you can see that it's already becoming, a lot wider. The reason that you want to scrape off the green is because it can make the material kind of deteriorate. So the fiber itself stays strong, but the plant material will kind of rot. So whether it's, getting wet or, anything else, just kind of helps protect it. Alright, so I started one and Cahlen started one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to start the braiding as well as how to continue making it longer, because eventually this is going to run out, and if you want to make a necklace you got to have more than just one set. So I'm going to cut the threads off. We didn't go all the way down, so I'm just going to cut it here. Okay, and I can also actually, this is pretty thick, so I can split this in half, so this is kind of 2 sets. So lay that there. And the way you do it is you first start with a loop. So first you want to twist it and form a loop. So people call it like a 9. It looks like a 9 to me, but probably not to you. Okay. I might have actually twisted it the wrong way, so hold on. So, okay, well, I'll form the loop without twisting. That's another method. So I'll just form the 9. And the side closest to you, so this side for me, I twist away from me. And I'm going to twist it pretty heavily since I didn't twist the loop. And then you put it behind. And now you have this side that's untwisted. You twist it away from you. You put it behind. And then as you do this, you continue pinching the point. So twist it away from you, put it behind. Twist it away from you, put it behind. Twist it away from you, put it behind. And you can see it's already started. So then if you want to make it longer, what you can do, it's super easy. Same thing you're doing. You take some more. You kind of fold it, that way you know where the center is. You put it in the joint. And then you twist it. And you fold it behind. And then you twist it. Fold it behind. And eventually, once you get past the end, you don't have to twist as much. I can just do one rotation, and as I do that, I put that around my other finger, and I pull it back. So this is kind of like people call it like a campfire activity. You know, you kind of have something that's laying around, and you're waiting for some food to cook or something. And you just kind of sit here chatting. You don't have to pay attention. You don't have to look at it. You can just twist it, put it behind, twist it, put it behind. Something else I didn't mention earlier. If you don't want to use the stone and scraper method, for this type of yucca you might still have to use the stone. But what you can actually do is take the end, so usually the pointy end, and you can just basically beat it up against a tree or something. So maybe even a rock, since there's these cliffs out here. That might work pretty well. But eventually it does the same job. It pounds it and it helps remove the fleshy parts. Now when you want to finish this, it's just as easy as tying a knot. So, that's decently long. The craftsmanship might not be the best just because I was kind of rushing it. But I get a little closer to the end. And then I just like a normal knot, make a loop, put it through the loop, twist it so it's not frayed out. Pull it through. Congratulations. You can cut off the excess so it looks a little better. And I missed some of it through the hole, but the point is there. Like that is done. Yeah. That is complete. So the way I have these attached is I just put the knot through the loop. So if you want to make the loop a little bit bigger, you can make it smaller, and then it's jewelry.
Sweet.
So one other tip I do have, it could just be because this fiber is from the Midwest where it's not as tough and durable as this stuff. But you can see here that this is kind of fraying. So as I wash my hands in the sink, it kind of pulls on the knot and the threads kind of break. So what some people do is they might make this a little bit thinner than this. So these threads are pretty thick out here. And then once you have a few of these, you actually braid them together. So you take 3 and you braid them like you would braid hair or something, and that's supposed to make the link much tougher. Whereas here, it might fray out from under the knot and start coming out, and I've had to shorten the ring, and actually I think the ring 3 times and this one 2 times. So this used to double wrap, and this one actually used to be on my middle finger because it was so big. So yeah, I won't demonstrate that here, but it's just, I think take one and put it in the center, and then the other side put it in the center, and the other side put it in the center. So you guys can find another video for that.
You want to talk a little bit about the significance of why you have a bracelet, a ring, and a necklace?
Sure. So recently I started watching What on Earth is Happening? Well, listening to it, because the first 200 episodes are just audio. And he's kind of talking about the reptile brain, the mammal brain, and the human brain. Also seen in society as the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or mind, body, and soul. So to me, this necklace kind of represents the mind. I'm wearing it around my neck, and it's kind of the biggest one. The smallest one is the ring, so kind of like the reptile brain. This is my right hand, and I'm right-handed, so this is how I do things. This is action. Whereas this one, it's slightly larger, kind of like the mammal brain over the reptile brain. And it's on my left side, sort of like, the left hemisphere, which is more feminine, so it's more of the emotional. So I don't think they give me any superpowers or anything like that. It's just kind of nice to have that on me, so I can kind of keep it in mind that That's kind of just how things work.
It's a reminder, like a sigil.
Yeah. So I don't think it has any mythical powers, or I don't think this is helping hone my spiritual guru something. It's just kind of comforting. And plus I made them myself, so I'm proud of them.
That's it for this video. I hope it was interesting. Check out HyperVegan stuff. Tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can go to hyperling.com. That's hyperling.com. And that has a few of my free Android apps that I've made. If you're into the high carb, low fat vegan lifestyle, it can help you save some money. And I've also got a link for videos. It has a link to my Odyssey channel. I'm also hyper vegan on YouTube, but I'm trying to move away from there. I've got disclaimers on my videos now that I'm moving to Library and Odyssey, so prefer you check me out on Odyssey.
Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too. So, anyways, thanks for watching and thanks for stopping by. It's great meeting you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.